Scott.
I'm Russell.
And I'm Leo.
And I'm Jackie.
This is Spitball. Welcome to Spitball, where three prototype pioneers and a guest empty their heads of startup and tech product ideas that we have stuck up in there so you can all have them for free. Anything that we say is yours to keep. And Scott, I believe you brought our guest this week?
I did. Our guest this week is none other than my little sister, Jackie.
Hello, hi.
Yay!
Jackie's a world traveler, master's in food science, and has worked on everything food related, from perfecting alcohol and coffee manufacturing to literally designing astronaut diets as they orbit the Earth.
Whoa.
So welcome, Jackie.
Hey,
Welcome.
I'm excited.
This is going to be a good time.
So not only did I bring the guest this week, but in honor of Jackie as the food scientist, I'm also going to kick us off with the warm-up game. And this is a game I'd like to call Feast or Fabrication.
Okay.
Oh,
You guys ever watch Fact or Fiction? All right, so in this game, I'm going to be giving you each a tech-related fad diet, and I want you to tell me if this is a real diet that actually exists or something that I just made up.
There's so many in like Silicon Valley.
There were
They've
so
got
many.
their... Oh, shoot. All right. Okay.
cool.
So, as Leo would say, as always, we shall start off with our guest, Jackie.
Okay.
All right, Jackie, the DNA diet, a eating plan that's customized based on genetic testing to optimize your metabolism. True?
That's definitely true.
That is true.
That's a real thing?
Launched in
Wow.
2016, DNA uses genetic testing to create everything and cater around your food sensitivities and nutrition needs.
Incredible.
Does it say what the starting price on that is?
Nope, I was too afraid to look.
Rich Silicon Valley. Yeah. Is there a lot of difference between nutrient uptake between two random people off the street? Jackie, I guess you would know
Well,
this.
You said it's for food sensitivities, Scott? That would make
That
more
makes
sense.
Food sensitivities, nutrition needs, and optimizing your metabolism.
But there's definitely easier DNA, so they're implying that they're figuring out your genome to give you the diet?
Yes. Yeah.
Because there's definitely easier ways to
that
find out
seems made
food
up.
sensitivity.
Yeah.
My service has a checkbox that says gluten-free, yes or no, and then same thing.
All right, Leo, the smart fork diet uses a fork that vibrates when you eat too quickly, forcing you to slow down.
Well, I think I know the product. It was called the Happy Fork. We talked about it in a previous episode, but I don't know if that was are you asking if that's like a diet thing too? Is there like a
Diet
service
based
around
on it. It was more of just
Diet
this
based
exist.
on it. I'm gonna say the diet doesn't exist. I think you made that up.
You are correct. A Happy Fork hit CES in 2013. I think you were there that year. Promoted as a mindfulness tool for weight loss and better digestion.
Shout out to Joanna Stern of the Wall Street Journal for relentlessly making fun of that for like a year straight. I remember it very well. It was very funny.
Russell, the algorithm diet. AI analyzes your social media activity and determine which food will make you happiest each day.
What?
What?
Happiest. It's fried chicken every day.
Chicken nuggets every day.
Wait, how does it get that from your social media feed?
All right, I'm going to say this is false.
It's definitely false.
Oh, man. It could work, though. That
Give it
could
like
work.
another year and we'll be there.
You seem like you're in a chicken soup day
Yeah.
or whatever.
Here's
All
some
right.
cookies for you, delivered and sponsored by Mrs. Fields.
All right, Jackie, round two. The ASMR diet. Listen to specific food crunching sounds through headphones before meals to trigger a pre-satisfy signals.
You're supposed to whisper that one.
Oh, sorry.
These are really
Take a sip
interesting.
of my drink into the microphone. One sec.
I think it's just because there's so much money that goes into sensory science, I think it's real.
That one is false, but we should probably start that one.
That's a good pitch.
That's incredible.
That is a good pitch.
That's fun.
Interesting.
All right. Leo, the HCG diet app. Track your 500 calorie daily limit while taking hormone injections, all managed through your smartphone.
500 calories seems a little low. It's so specific, though. I'm going to say that's real.
Dates back to early 2010s. And I searched it on the FDA homepage, which they flag it as a, quote, very unsafe.
Yes,
Elon,
exactly.
it's the Elon Musk diet. That's what Elon did, right? He must have.
500. Oh, man. You're supposed to give yourself injections? Is that what you said?
It's all part of it.
Wow.
All right, Russell, the Soylent diet. Replace all traditional food with engineered nutritional shake designed by Silicon Valley software engineers.
That's 100% true.
That is absolutely true.
Because I wanted to do this. And I think you.
You did something like this, right, Scott?
Yeah, I thought about it. Huel is a couple of
Huel,
different
that's
variations of them. Designed as a replacement shake to maximize efficiency and very embraced by Silicon Valley who hated meal prep.
That's so
Wow.
hard for me to empathize with. Like,
know.
one of the few joys in life that you're just going to turn into like sludge.
Ew.
Every day you want to have slop from the trough. Are you sure?
All right, last round.
All right.
Jackie, the virtual reality diet. Wear VR headsets while eating small portions to trick your brain into experiencing more satisfying meals.
No, that's not real.
That one is true.
Wow.
2017, early experiments in the University of Tokyo showed that VR could actually alter portion perception.
This is all before Ozempic came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this is pre-Ozempic.
Yeah, right. All the funding's been pulled.
Leo, the pixel diet. All food must be cut into perfect squares and arranged in grid patterns to optimize visual processing, helping to reduce consumption.
That's adorable.
Thought you'd like that one.
I'm going to say you made that up.
Yeah, I definitely made that up.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I don't know how that would help, but I kind of want to do that just for my kids now, like smiley face pancakes or whatever. Get it? It's a grid of pixels. No, Dad, I don't.
That'd be a cool like meal plan thing that you could buy for somebody for a gift for a few months, you know?
Just
I'm not
cubes.
calorie counting. I'm pixel peeping.
Minecraft movie came out. We should be jumping on this. All right, last one. Russell, the sunlight only diet. Created by Indian gurus through intense training and meditation, the human body can survive without food or water by absorbing energy directly from the sun.
There's no way. That's got to be fake.
I was actually inconclusive on this one because it was found in a documentary, and it claimed to have gurus have claimed to have lived in this manner for 70 years. But when the diet hit the news in 2012, after multiple Swiss women died of starvation trying to replicate it.
Yeesh.
So depending
Why
on your
Swiss
source,
women?
I think that's real and shouldn't be attempted. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they
Yeah.
don't have enough sunlight over there. Who knows?
That was it. They needed to go to a mountaintop.
It works everywhere else.
Yeah, right. Low battery.
This game reminded me of, have you ever seen Vogue would publish diets in their magazines in the 70s?
No.
And the most infamous one was the egg and wine diet.
Oh.
So
Mixed together?
wait, let me pull it up. Okay, this was the diet. For breakfast, 1 hard-boiled egg and 1 glass of wine, preferably something dry. Glass of coffee. For lunch, 2 eggs, ideally hard-boiled but poached if necessary. Two glasses of white wine. Black coffee. For dinner, remainder
3.
of white wine, 1 bottle is allowed per day.
Remainder. Just finish it off.
Black coffee, and then a 5-ounce steak grilled with black pepper and lemon juice.
It's awesome. Every day.
It
Coffee,
says,
eggs, and wine, and then a
Down
steak.
to a bottle a day. It's great.
I have no idea how many days you're supposed to try it for.
All of them. That's just what you do now.
Oh my God.
Who won? You were
Well-
keeping track, right?
I was trying to. I realize how hard
It's
that is
hard.
to do, Leo,
I
when
never
you're going
remember.
through it. I'm going to start keeping track for you from now on.
Okay.
Leo, I do believe that you won this one, though. If you want to kick us off this week.
Okay, I can do that. Sure. All right. So this one's a little bit out there, and it's a little bit for the millennials and older. So many of us have fond nostalgia for the early days of the internet. I remember high school, college, when like Advice Animals and Scumbag Steve and all these meme templates and things were the hottest thing on the internet. I think it would be fun to, you can put a quarter in the jar, or you can just have this be handwritten. Create a news site that's entirely made of memes, where you're getting actual New York Times or Wall Street Journal or whatever headlines, but delivered entirely. We need a middle ground between satire, The Onion, the clickholes of the world, and like, I'm reading the Harvard Review again, right? And
Okay,
so-
Leo, this already exists.
Tell me more.
There's this Instagram account that I follow. Oh,
Okay.
I don't remember the username, but I'll find it. But that's
Okay. So this is
essentially it. They like give the headliners, and that did I just ruin the whole show?
No,
but
not at all.
No, it's an Instagram
We'll try
account.
again next week,
It's an
guys.
Instagram account.
This
We gotta
happened
make-
2 episodes ago to me. I need to do more freaking research.
No, we can spitball off this. Keep going.
You
keep
think
going.
so? Okay, so I can't check off
So-
news site made of only memes. Okay.
It's Instagram.
Go ahead,
account.
Jackie.
I don't know. I don't know the username off the top of my head.
That's
I'll have to
fine.
find it. But there's probably 2 accounts that I follow.
Okay.
And yeah, they take the biggest headlines and then they just apply them to like pop culture references or memes, and then connect the two somehow to make the delivery more entertaining.
That's great.
And then it is happening that the accounts are like, you can find the more conservative accounts or you can find the more left-leaning like, meme
Sure.
accounts.
That's amazing.
So
Well, yeah, I know that there's like memeing the news, and that's a trend that happens on social medias in general. I want to not pollute whatever social timelines that I have already with news. I really like that I have snarky tech bloggers and comedians and musicians and stuff, and I have a pretty good algorithm going. And I also want to be able to engage and then pull the ripcord and be done. So I think I want to put this in some kind of website. Maybe it's my homepage. Maybe it's like a...
No, exactly. And like you can even just pull all these Instagram accounts that post and feed your
could.
content into your content network.
Just embed them all or something. Yeah. You want to be able to like kick them back.
If
That's
you want.
interesting. Maybe you want to build like an aggregator.
I'm just picturing the New York Times like homepage. I'm looking at it right now, and it's it's all very serious and professional, but just everything is a meme going down in the
memeing.
same formatting.
Yes.
I would love that.
Me too. And there's something about the structure of an actual news site that I find appealing. Like it's built into sections. It's got like layouts and structure in a way where like just a random person making a meme about the news in my time. Sure, we've all experienced that, but I want this to be an experience, like a dedicated experience, you know? And maybe there is a slider for liberal or conservative, or maybe there is a slider for local versus worldwide or something. I don't know.
and then if it's its own site, you get less whiplash than when you're like scrolling through your Instagram feed and you get some like breaking, devastating news, and then you just
Totally.
keep scrolling.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like my peers are starting to disengage with the news a bit. And I am myself included. I need to pick and choose my battles nowadays for like what I want to get mad about, right? And if it was conveyed to me like a dog getting his medicine with peanut butter or something, where it's like, hey, here's a little bit of fun that can go with it, I think that would help me personally.
I feel like we're gonna hit some stories that are just gonna be impossible, no matter how much you meme it on there.
What happened to the refugees? Oh,
But it'll be a valiant
I don't know if we
effort.
should joke about that or whatever, right?
Scumbag Steve.
you could really make a too soon set of memes. Like that's just the whole news site. It's just like, yikes, that was a little too soon. Just like
Too soon meme. That's my
yeah,
site.
like all those 9/11 memes being in like during 9/11. Oh my gosh. That is I mean, they're wildly inappropriate, I feel like, for our generation. But it's like you could have a whole site and there might just be enough people out there to be like, it's like the Onion shock value. You know, people are like, ooh, but oh my gosh, it's kind of funny.
A core goal of the project would be to come out of it like informing people, right? Even if they only got a headline and a gist. You want that to be not just like conspiracy theories and jokes upon jokes upon jokes where it's 8 layers deep and doesn't actually correlate to real world happenings. I want this to be a social good, you know?
Oh, social good. Okay. So it's gotta
Russell's like,
can't
I'm
just
out.
make it worse. Oh, we can't just flush the entire world down the toilet. Like
Everyone's already doing that right now
Yeah.
it's true.
This is a tool for informing people
through memes.
through memes.
Yeah, I'll find the Instagram account and then it's called Saint Hoax,
Okay.
and it has 3.4 million followers on Instagram.
All right. We need to take stuff like Saint
And it's
Hoax.
just this one person that makes the account.
Oh, I've seen a lot of these. I didn't realize this is all from here.
Yeah, it's always like the same neon green header.
Okay. I also realized going into this that every generation's going to have a different definition of the word meme. I'm thinking
Like
culture
2000s
of
memes.
like, yeah, weird
Yeah.
proto memes where it's impact font in all caps on top of a penguin or whatever. You're like, I feel like, well, maybe there's different sections of the paper and the settings of it and stuff where like this website's able to, you know, generation
Choose your age range.
It's boomer memes. Get it? We hate our wives, and also here's what happened with the tariffs today. You're like, okay, I don't get it.
You got
love that.
Dilbert,
We
you
have
know,
bars.
Garfield.
For the Gen Xers.
There you go, right? Blondie
That
or
would be
whatever.
really
Wasn't that like
impressive.
that's like inappropriate.
What
now.
is Dilbert but the first meme?
The comic section.
You were big into comics, right? Did you get comics Scott, like delivered to you, right?
Yeah, our mom would send me comics in college because I always loved them growing up. She was the best. I'm surprised you remember that, Russell.
I just remembered it right now. I was like, who's the college guy with the comics? That was like,
Thanks, Mom.
yeah.
Do newspapers still have comic sections?
I don't know.
Do newspapers still exist?
Man, I might be more interested in, like, the meme is great for, like, the headline, but, like, if I saw the news in a comic strip format, that'd actually be kind of cool and interesting. Like, the whole articles and comic strip. There's probably enough cartoonists out there that would do it, too.
Demand in the world for a good illustrator is going down. So yeah, this could be a good rehoming, reworking effort. Yeah.
They all become journalists.
Artisanal, home-drawn comics about the latest attack in Syria or whatever.
Yeah, my next spitball is taking AI
Draw this-
documents and turning them into cartoons. Just
They have to come up with punchlines at the end of every one.
Honestly, if it's a little off color, that might make it more popular. All right, Scott, what do you got?
All right. Russell, way back when, in an early episode, you had pitched vitamins for gamers. And I've been thinking about that idea a lot, especially because I'm really trying to take better care of myself, which is just resulting in me taking a large pile of supplements every day and
Same.
turning my pee really weird shades of color.
And you are a known gamer.
that's some B multiplex.
Yes.
I know that
There
one.
it is. It's the B one.
Same.
I've realized I'm starting to like dread my morning, I don't know, vitamin time, I'll call it, where I just have these piles of horse pills and I just got to get through all these guys, man. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to revamp old school vitamin water, but I actually want to make it vitamin water. I want to take all off the shelf, calcium, vitamin B, D, all that stuff. I want to grind it up and I want to customize it. You go on this website and you be like, here's what I want to take, or we can do recommendation. I will put it into a bottle as a powder and mix enough sugar water / Gatorade into it and send it back to you and be like, you got to chug one of these a day. And that's it. And that's the entire idea.
That's so good.
It's all off the shelf.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I would buy that.
Vitamin water. That is a terrible company. They make Kool-Aid, and they should never have named it that. And Coca-Cola is a terrible
Yep.
company for inventing it.
Did they acquire vitamin water or
A long time ago,
Long
right?
time ago. Yeah, I think it's part of Coke.
Scott? Would it come in like Jones style bottles?
Oh, I like that even more.
Or Sobe.
Jones Soda feels fancy. Sobe, classic. Honestly, we could make it look exactly like vitamin water.
I learned that Sobe is short for South Beach.
Yeah, didn't know
I
that.
didn't know
Never knew
that.
Whoa.
Are they still around? I feel like I haven't seen a lot of Sobe around lately.
I don't know.
Pan
I just remember
Express
that one that was really unnatural green
Yeah.
color.
I think they all were, yeah. Bright iridescent blue. Nothing in nature comes that color.
I'll drink it though.
That's what your vitamin water is going to look like, though, dude.
It's going to
Some
be
of them
that.
were like
Well, you just
milky
keep-
looking.
Just keep adding sugar and dye until it's something palatable. and-
Otherwise, it'll all be that weird, chalky, white-orange, yeah.
yeah, probably tastes awful. I was really excited about this until I'm like, oh wait, I take fish oil every day. And if you've ever accidentally broke a fish oil capsule, it's awful. It's just everywhere and it just reeks of fish. Go figure. So maybe not fish oil.
That's why you got to eat breakfast when you do fish oil, right? Because like you'll be having fish oil burps all day. I hate that. Yeah, it's disgusting.
Unless you're having fish oil drink from Scott's New
Boom.
Company.
So Jackie, I was going to ask, what is I almost don't want to know, but what's the legality of this? Like off the shelf vitamins, can I resell them? Would like the packaging on this thing just be like a mile long list of disclaimers and facts?
So if something is a supplement, there's almost no regulation on it,
Hell yeah.
which
Excellent.
is kind of
Yep.
terrifing, but
Okay.
You can,
So we're in business.
do whatever
you
you
buy
want.
can do
some
whatever you want.
Costco A vitamins and get your mortar and pestle out. All right.
if you want to gain people's trust, you have to get like third party certifications and like laboratory purity.
Is that
and
like Instagram influencers?
no,
Sponsored by Meme News.
no, like third party testing for purity and things like that. But that would be hard if you're like saying that you're going to customize your product to different people's needs.
I mean, I could have them selected. I'll just hold up like, here's the bottles. We're going to put exactly one of these into yours and exactly one of these into yours. And here's all the info on each one. Seems like a lot of work, but we could do it. We could automate that.
What about if you made this like a bespoke thing for the customer where they say what supplements they want and then you mix it with / for them?
That's what I thought he meant.
And ship them the like weekly
Yeah.
7 bottles or whatever. Is that what you were originally pitching?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're saying like in order to prove it to the customer, You have like video evidence of you creating it for them or something.
Sure. Do one video and they'll get the gist.
Do you think you would be able, this is really low effort, do you think you'd be able to sell a 3/4 full bottle that is specially made to enhance your vitamins or whatever? You just add your own vitamins to it?
Oh, like I take a
This
Gatorade
product is
bottle
the
and I
sugar
dissolve
water.
my
Yeah.
B complex in the night before.
Yeah.
You like open up the pill into the.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, they would just dissolve, wouldn't they? Like,
Put it in a blender. You create a really cool machine, Scott, that like, you can buy, you put all your pills in there. It crushes, blends it, compacts it, and mixes it in with all the other good stuff, right? Good
First
stuff.
Vitamin Water's name's taken, and now Vitamix's name is taken. Man.
damn.
Something that stressed me out about taking supplements is that I made the mistake of one time searching what time of day should I take calcium supplements.
Oh, I've done
And
that
then
one.
it's this whole thing of like, oh, well, you should take it at this time, but not at this time because then it will inhibit the bioavailability. And don't take it with this supplement because then you won't absorb it at all.
Can't do it with magnesium because they'll cancel each other out and all these other
Yeah,
things.
exactly. And now I'm like,
Whoa.
well, so are multivitamins just a farce? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? I'm so confused. So now I am like trying to time my supplements because I put way too much effort into it. Like, these are my nighttime ones, and these are my breakfast ones, and probably not actually making a difference, but it makes me feel better.
You pee it all out anyway.
I'm going to cross this line here and say, could you do this with prescription pills? Like for old people that really have a hard time taking their pills? You're just like, Grandma, here's your
Chug this Gatorade.
Here's your
You gotta
Gatorade.
finish this by the end of the day, Nana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your meal. What is it like the Ensure? Like a lot of old people drink a lot of Ensure. You just mix that in with their prescriptions, and then all of a sudden they're taking their drugs. I mean, you're just blending it.
What are you in for? I got busted selling Nana's Vicodin shakes.
I mean, it might solve like that would solve a major problem. Like in a way, if people are just don't want to do the pill thing, right? They just want to.
This whole thing is Leo's peanut butter trick with the dog. I
It
like
is.
That's going to be the theme of the episode. All right.
Yep.
Could you mix this with like food instead of drink? Like, I mean, I don't know if like even no matter how much dye, sugar, natural flavors, maybe there's just like you slip a pill in like a sandwich,
Your mashed potatoes.
your mashed potatoes, right? Like slice of
Your
cheese,
egg and wine.
Egg and wine.
just replace the egg yolk with Vita Blend. Deviled eggs with Vita Blend.
All right, Russell, what have you brought us this week?
All right, so actually mine kind of piggybacks off of Leo's a little bit.
Awesome.
Well, tell me if I've done this before. I'm pretty sure I didn't, but I get a ton of newsletters that I subscribe to that I really enjoy and want to read. And I end up reading all these other news sites I get my news from like whatever feeds. Google News is like really addicting for some reason. And then I just want to take my newsletters and put them in a format that feels like a news site. So I'm not I don't like them in my email, but I don't want to unsubscribe from them either. I just wish I could forward all these emails to, and I'll even pay for newsletters. You know what I mean? I've paid for a few of them, and I just don't read them because the format. And I'm like, it's like mixing work with pleasure too much. And I just can't stand. It's like if I'm doing my email cleanup, I'm like, newsletter. I could read this. Nope, I'm just gonna clear it out because I never read these now, right? And that's all I want. I want my newsletters, or just like if it could read my newsletters and link the articles that my newsletters gather anyway, like that would be awesome too. So yeah, it'd be a site that would tap into my email and maybe pull the links from my favorite newsletters into a customized news feed, or be the newsletter itself if it's like custom kind of content, right? I desperately want that.
I love it. Custom news webpage just for you based upon your wants on there of things you subscribe.
The forwarding it in is so good.
Let's take this one more level. Have an option on there where they will make a print version and mail you a full newspaper customized for all of your newsletters that you want. We'll go your next generation back.
The core problem is that being in your email is such a sucky experience. You have associated 20 years of I am here and therefore I am miserable. I hate being in my email. Why would I want to spend another second in my email, even if it's actually something fun? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I would love that to get like the actual print newspaper, especially since starting a remote job, my eyes always hurt by the end of the day from staring at a screen. So like the last thing I want to do is wake up and look at a screen like while I'm drinking coffee.
Totally. I have subscribed to 2 physical mailers. One of them is the Onion's newspaper that comes every month, and the other is a Patreon guy who sends jokey things in the mail, and both of them bring me a way over proportionate amount of delight and joy. I did not expect how much I would like having a physical newspaper. I get it. I'm sorry, Mom, for all the years that I made fun of you. Wow. It is great holding satire or holding fun or holding joy and not having it be locked in an email inbox.
Man, maybe we're ready for this. Like a digital print, like, or a printout. That's amazing.
I've seen people
actually.
take receipt printers and print their like Google Calendar and tasks and weather for the day and stocks and stuff and kind of like take it on the go as a little mini newspaper. I wonder if you could home printerify this, where you've got like, here's my newsletters that I got in the last day. There's 3 of them and they're on like cheap disposable paper that spat out from my little machine in my kitchen every day on the way out. Or whatever.
Comes with a magnifying glass.
Do printers have auto timers?
I mean, you hook it up to like a Raspberry Pi or something, have it print in the morning. Yeah.
I love that.
That's
Here's
awesome.
your morning newspaper on demand. No shipping, no logistics.
Yeah,
Only things you're interested in. Every article is something I care about.
But yeah, I think even the digital version, right, is still awesome. Like you could even subscribe to other newsletters, or by having that because your inbox is kind of curated and those newsletters are stuff you've chosen, you can just create and link other newsletters that are relevant that you would have never heard about, but are, so now you have like an ad revenue stream. Like if you have Spitball News paper, you know, the 4 ideas that came out this week, throw it in your channel, and now like it comes out every 2 weeks. You could take podcasts almost and like convert that into your newsletter feed as well. It just turns into like a whole different news media. And I don't know. Have you guys like I haven't found a great like news outlet that I can skip all the BS politics stuff if I want, and maybe I gotta figure out my Twitter or X account or whatever better.
No, you
But
don't.
I just like, no, it's just not. It's probably the opposite.
It doesn't exist.
I guess like that's what's frustrating to me. It's like I just want my own news channel and that kind of thing. So
So the person would have to go to their printer every morning and then like print it out? Or are you thinking of like, because you're saying the receipt thing made me think like, oh, you could get, I wonder what the cheapest printer you can manufacture is that just does it like automatically. It will just print it at 6 a.m. every morning, just like one little sheet.
Yeah.
You could find some cheap laser printers on there.
Poor Russell's trying to claw this back into being a website. And we
No.
need it to be physical.
I'm cool with it. You know what? Let's go with it. Cause like I literally have this now. I've made a new Spitball like printer that is heat paper only. Right. Could you just buy regular paper and just get the right, instead of ink, you just have a hot end? What if you just did that and you just
I'm gonna laser the printer. You probably could.
like you just change the, I don't know, what is it, like a dot printer or whatever, and it just goes back and forth, left and right. You
Little
just
soldering iron in there.
boom with the right temperature, obviously, right?
I want my news printed on sterling silver every morning.
Lead.
I meant just burning paper, but that's good too. The world yearns for Google Reader, Russell. You want an RSS feed, but has your subscriptions and newsletters and stuff in it too. I spend a lot of time in my RSS reader, and it's still there, man. You can make your own little newspapery Markham is Red thing, but it takes some work.
This is way too far, but I want to bring it back to the lasering food idea that we had.
Yes.
Let's just have your pancakes in the morning. Just have your news on top.
Your
of it,
morning
just
toast
etched
with
into
the weather
top.
and the stocks.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw someone do that. That's great. There was an Arduino project years ago where someone made that.
Awesome.
Okay, wait. So you're making newspapers. What kind of ink and paper do they use? Why don't you just buy a bunch of newspaper and the newspaper printer?
I think it's called newspaper paper. Yeah, it's like its own thing.
Their
Yeah.
ink can't be expensive. You know what I mean? Like,
Buy the free press for pretty cheap nowadays.
There are no newspaper printer machines that are smaller than a room. I think it's meant for scale. I don't think anyone has invented the cheap newspaper and cheap ink, but only makes one yet.
I love the burn-in idea. I think like the heated paper, like is receipt paper expensive? Why don't they just make 8.5 by 11 versions or whatever?
I've seen people take like Ender 3D printers and change out the extruder for like a pen so that it draws. You could have your little soldering iron writing the words like it's drawing a pen. Like you pick a penmanship and it's saying
In your own handwriting.
tomorrow
I wanna read all
morning there
this.
will be mostly cloudy. Like it's writing onto your paper by burning it with a soldering iron. That's fun.
Ooh, Etch-a-Sketch. Boom. Okay, every day it erases.
You have to send it back.
I guess that's e-reader though, right? I don't know.
Yeah, you want a Kindle.
I guess I'm talking a Kindle, right?
It all comes back to e-ink, baby.
All right.
I did see someone take a 42-inch e-ink screen, put it on their wall, and it's just the New York Times front page. And it's gorgeous.
that's cool.
Every day.
Dude, we might have to re-spitball this. We're going to have to do some research on some burn-in paper.
I like the burning thing a lot. I think maybe it didn't catch on because the fire risk.
Well, receipt paper or whatever, right? Like, I wonder if it's like, how hot does it have to be? I don't know. Do you have to use a special paper?
I just want to burn it. I don't want it to catch fire.
That's it.
I think that's really, really similar.
Just a light, like a marshmallow brown, you know, like the perfect marshmallow.
Toasted
Just do it on marshmallow, man.
marshmallow, and then you eat it afterwards.
Yeah.
There you go, every morning.
I guess marshmallows
Morning
burn
is
pretty often and catch fire often, so it probably isn't a good analogy. So,
I saw some really expensive marshmallow brand recently that their packaging was advertising it as being like a great source of collagen.
Wait, the marshmallow or
Which
the
I feel
packaging?
like the packaging was advertising the marshmallow as being a great source of collagen.
Funny.
And it wasn't like your typical like Puffs marshmallow. It was some sort of homegrown looking
It's basically
thing.
a health food.
But I feel like that just kind of goes hand in hand with the gamer juice.
Gamer juice.
I love it. We should call it that.
With no vowels.
Gamer juice.
Gamer juice.
GMRJC.
Gamer juice.
By the domain.
All right, Jackie, what do you got for us this week?
I have a serious food pitch, or I'll do my less serious one.
Excellent.
Okay, so you know how shoot, I already forgot the name of the app, but there's this alternative to Airbnb
Verbo.
that's been
Verbo.
popping up, and it's house swapping.
Oh,
So there's this new app where essentially if you agree to lending your house to strangers while you're gone, then you have access to everybody else's home on the app when they're gone. And you just put in your dates of like when you're not there, and then you can swap with somebody, and it costs nothing.
is this trusted house sitters where you like watch their dogs too or whatever, or is that different?
That's different.
Okay.
This is like
Swap.
That's cool.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of, I think I need to like watch some videos on how it actually works. But anyway, since I've been moved recently, I keep finding that there's all these things that I need and haven't bought yet. And it's starting to pile up in expenses. And I was like, why isn't there just a site for item swapping or item exchanges that you can just borrow other people's things? Like you would just put in like, can I please use such and such? And then you could, so basically if you agree to allowing people to use your items, whether it's like lawnmower, camping equipment, leaf blower, arts and crafts equipment, something like that, people can use it. And then you, by allowing them to use your things, you automatically can use their belongings. But it's not like for money. It's just more of a community exchange. And I understand that Facebook groups exist and everything like that, but there's a lot of other stuff going on in Facebook groups. It's not as straightforward as that. But it's like, for example, I really want to go camping in the next few months. And I'm like, man, I can't afford all this camping equipment right now, especially if I'm just going to use it once and then never use it again. And that's probably how most people treat their camping equipment. So,
I'll trade you my snowboard for a tent.
and then you can
sort of
rate
thing.
people after the experience, like how well did they take care of your items? Did they trash it? Yeah.
That's really interesting.
If this podcast has a thesis, it would be we need better community exchange stuff. Like, I feel like we've danced around something like this idea for a while, but that's great.
It'd be cool to have like a wish list of stuff that you want in the near future
yeah.
too, which is like, I don't know, like crock pots or turkey, you know, like when you want to cook a turkey or something. I hate those giant pans, but I would love to borrow one.
Yes.
And then you could have this running list, and then, man, I would give up my, let's say, dehydrator for a few months, knowing that I would collect, let's say, currency. Or if I don't want to, like,
Kind of website currency.
yeah, like,
Karma.
oh, I gave it to this person for 2 months. I get points every time, and then like you can either buy points or exchange, right? If you could do a trade, like ideally, right? If I have a dehydrator and Jackie, you need a tent, or like the other way around, I need a dehydrator, I have a tent, we would swap. But if I don't, we could just create a currency or something that would buy in, and now you have like a three trade, right, or something, or a four trade going on, and maybe the app could do that, right? So so Jackie needs a tent.
Yeah, it's hard to make sure that those line up at the exact same time. You almost need to have like I lent out some stuff and therefore I have a few Jackie bucks or whatever.
Or yeah, I guess that's true.
What you're saying, I'm agreeing with you, Russell. That like
Yeah.
it's if you have it be asynchronous, that it gives you a little bit more flexibility and like choices out there where you can pick from the menu of stuff without having to make sure that you need the intent the exact day that you get your dehydrator out or whatever. Huh.
And that's the thing that I wasn't sure how it worked with the home swapping. Because it's obvious, like, of course, you're not going to switch homes with somebody at the same time. And they're
Maybe.
Unless it's a 1-for-1.
possibly,
yeah.
but
What are the odds that your vacation
Yeah.
is the exact other place at the exact same time?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, what if it was more like, yeah, instead of the points part, it was, all right, Jackie has, like, you have a list of stuff that you're listing and the stuff that you need. And as long as you have one thing out, you can check one thing in, right? And so it's just like like that kind of trading, right? And then that can open up the market to, oh, I have 3 things out for trade right now, but now I can get these 3 things from these people on their lists, and now we can kind of do that swapping, right? Like a library where and then maybe you have to like that'll help incentivize marketing your stuff to be good and good looking, right? Because people could just like take a picture of their tent with their old smartphone.
holes in it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I don't care. As long as I have things listed, I'll get trades, right? But
Yeah. And then people could like rate they could rate the borrower, the item that they borrowed, the quality of it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
parties, like hosting parties, like folding chairs. Like just everybody's got like 100 folding chairs in their house, and everybody needs folding chairs, that 100 folding chairs for that party, speakers, lights, stuff like that.
Parties are a good one. Weddings in general, all the leftover decorations and stuff you have.
Yeah.
That could go a long way. You'd be rich in this app.
Right. And dude, tents is a great example. Like anything in anybody's garage, right? Yeah. Maybe that's what it's like, a garage swap or something, like attic swap or something, like
Attic swap.
toys, dude, like kids' toys. I could trade
definitely talked
swap
about that
that
before.
all day. Like my kid outgrows the 1-year-old toys. Can I swap for 2-year-olds, and then I'll swap for 3? And now I've just contributed a bunch of 1-year-old toys into the system that are just forever swapped, and I just keep swapping up to that would be cool.
You'd be saving, and everybody's saving so much money at the same time.
Right. We need to go back to trading and bartering. I feel like money became too easy to do everything, and it's like too convenient
Too easy.
now to just excel and buy things and just let me just turn it into currency instead of just trading up, right? Like those stupid pen, like you start with a pen and you trade up to a car or some house or some shit.
yeah.
Like that's just, I don't know, just seems to equalize things for some reason.
I wasn't sure if I was needed to have a food related one or not.
Do whatever you want.
You did say that you had a not so serious one. Do you want to do a double header? No pressure.
Oh, this is the more serious one. It's just I was like,
That's what I'm
just
saying.
because it's
go.
so
A silly
technical.
one.
Oh. I've just been seeing, you know how everybody's obsessed with protein recently?
Oh yeah.
No.
That's
I'm
like
still.
okay.
Sure.
See, I don't. My problem is that I don't know how much of the media I'm consuming is because I'm like in the food science scene, and
Sure.
how much of it is like mainstream.
Yeah. Totally.
So in my eyes, everybody's obsessed with protein recently, and especially when you are looking at food products, that's one of the things that they always will try to list. Even like cereals, there's so many protein cereals now. If you go to
that I have seen.
Protein cereals.
if you go to Meijer and you just walk down the cereal section, It's so funny. Like the cereal section's turning into the wine section, and that the really expensive cereals are on the top, and then like the cheap generic ones are at the bottom.
It's so
and
true.
on top are these $10 a box protein cereals that are made with like, I don't know, pea protein, egg white, just anything so that they can say 16 grams of protein per bowl of cereal.
Oh,
But anyways, I'm seeing protein dense products are trending, but what they don't tell you is that a lot of plant proteins, the protein isn't as bioavailable because there's these things called like anti-nutrients that are found in like legumes and plants that inhibit your body's ability to absorb protein. And so you see all of these like plant protein products that are trending. And I feel like eventually that's going to become common knowledge that just like, oh, plant protein, it's not the same as, and it already is in the like fitness and influencer space. Like the carnivore diet, that was like in response to the amount of plant protein that's everywhere. People are like, I'm just going to eat meat and butter for
Ever.
Scott looks confused. Have you not seen the carnivore diet at all, Scott?
from way back when, I'm still trying to figure out the difference of the plant protein and not plant protein. And keep going.
Okay,
Keep going.
so it's like part of it's like amino acids. There's like that laundry list of the different kinds of amino acids, and meats have a ton of them, whereas legumes only have like a few, and it's not as easy for your body to do useful things with fewer amino acids.
Got it.
So, anyways, the research that I did for grad school was taking plant proteins and fermenting them. And the yeast that you use to ferment the proteins, the yeast themselves produce a bunch of amino acids that are really beneficial. So my invention, and I think it's starting to catch on, but I haven't seen it on any shelves yet, is they need to start making amino acid enhanced plant proteins
Yeah. Wow.
with
Protein beer? Is that what you're saying?
it's just like it's taking plant protein, fermenting it, and then selling it.
Wow.
Because it's like a much better product than just like the unfermented plant protein.
We got to cut this pitch out. We can't put this out there. This is too good. This is incredible.
Fully grounded in reality.
Yeah, it's too good.
The thing is I want to make this so bad, but in order to do this, you have to have like all of this fermentation technology. Like you have to have the
a manufacturing supply chain.
Just rent it. Just rent it.
Rent it. Use the bartering system.
I know they make like those drawers that you use for like baker's yeast, like to make bread drawers.
Proving
That would
drawer.
work. Yeah, proving drawer. I could start with that maybe. The thing is, I don't know if people care enough about like any of the science of it to
Well,
like.
they just market it until they care.
It says 16 grams of protein. It's good enough, right? Yeah.
And then the yeast have all these other, not all yeast. Like there's like the Candida yeast that's like a pathogenic strain of yeast that's bad, but
Ooh.
the like Saccharomyces yeast, they have all these health benefits. Like they're anti-carcinogenic and antioxidants, and they improve your cholesterol. And it's like they do all of this crap but nobody's out there just like taking yeast supplements. So
Right.
Yes.
This is, like Russell
Yeah.
said, this is a branding exercise entirely. You have to like figure out how to explain this to someone who's glancing at a box of cereal next to the other box of cereal.
Have you made this before, Jackie?
yeah, I have.
Does it taste like tea or like a protein shake or like
It tastes like the yeast we used was like a relative of baker's yeast. So when you walk into the laboratory, it smells like a bakery, and the products taste like it. Taste like bread.
Can we use like cottage laws somehow just to get this on the market really quick? I'm just making this at home and selling it real quick. It's bakery bread, but protein.
so it tastes like bread?
Yeah, so you can take like a really neutral tasting plant like a chickpea.
Yeah.
You can add the yeast to it, and after a 3-day fermentation, the chickpeas will smell like bread and taste like bread.
Whoa.
The texture is the hard part.
So you would take pea protein, sugar, water, and yeast and make a bread drink.
You don't have to add sugar because there's already like carbohydrates.
You had me until drink. Why
Yeah.
drink? You want bread drink?
Well, I don't know yet. I don't know. It might be like if you drink protein shakes every day, like anything, give me anything, right?
Yeah.
Like this would be the alternative. This would be like the slow drip. Like you know how people drink coffee in the morning and then like a little tea in the afternoon? This would be the second drink. You know, I'm guessing here, but like you're maintaining, you don't want to take all your protein at once. You kind of want to do certain protein in the morning, and then certain protein in the evening, and maybe this would be like the lunch pick me up. Throw a little caffeine, a little Celsius branding on there, maybe, and you have like
Mr. Beast he's there.
well, I mean, like you have the caffeinated versions that have protein, but then like how much protein would be in there? Like 16 grams or something? That's still better than like not having a protein drink, right? I don't know. I think that's like legit.
These cereal companies are taking some protein powder or whatever and just like adding it in. It's not like integral to the recipe, I imagine, right? For a lot of these cereals and stuff.
Some of them are like legume based.
Okay.
But they're not fermenting it. It will just be like, I don't even know.
I was wondering if you could market this directly to the, Kellogg's and General Mills's of the world. If you had your really cool enhanced plant protein alternative that you could say, hey, if you use my product, then your cereals or whatever it is that they make, your oatmeal is like, you can market that it has extra benefits.
Yeah.
It has antioxidants now because of my cool thing.
That's one of the sad parts of being like a food scientist. If you come up with any technology while you're at the company, it usually just belongs to the company too. So you got to like do it independently.
You share it on Spitball, and then one of the people on Spitball takes it. And then they cut you a commission.
I thought you were going to say the sad part is that people don't give a crap about nutrition. Still got a Whopper for lunch.
This magic spoon cereal is made of milk protein, which just sounds so unappealing. Like a nice big bowl of milk protein.
Okay, have you guys had that before? I've never had it. I hear ads for it all the time.
I have had it before. It's
How is it?
hard. Every one of the ones that I had was like a workout of the jaw. It was fine. It wasn't milk tasting or whatever. It was like a lightly sweetened Reese's Puffs alternative or whatever.
They had it at Costco, and then there was something about it though, like the aftertaste. It had this like I don't know, this like chemically. It had like a chemically aftertaste to it that you like. Maybe because I just love Fruit Loops, and that one I got was Fruit Loops based, and you're just like, this is not Fruit Loops, and it's something about it was like the artificial about it was just really prominent. They really had to try to make it taste good or something because it was like keto friendly or whatever, and it was at Costco, and
Wait, is that the Catalina Crunch one?
Oh, the Catalina Crunch one. I know that one too. I've gotten that.
That one's horrible.
So bad.
I've tried that one. I don't know what that one's made of.
Anything keto friendly that, like, I got keto brownies back in the day. Those were awful. They need more stevia in all of it or something. Is stevia okay for you, by the way, Jackie? Speaking
for
Asking the real
stevia,
questions now.
yeah. Is it like awesome? Is it like a miracle sugar?
it's fine. Yeah. There's like, well, that's the thing that's really complicated in the food world is that like every single ingredient, there will be some research like demonizing it, and then there will be other research being like, it's amazing, it's so good for you, but there isn't enough bad
Stuff about
press
stevia yet?
on stevia yet to be of concern.
Cool, because I feed
Great.
my kids.
We got a couple more years at least, Russell.
I feed my kids Zevia drinks because it's like, well, I guess it's better than anything else, right?
Yeah.
I would, Jackie. I think you should make a couple and let us try it or something. I think it's.
We'll
actually
send
really
free
cool.
samples to our listeners.
There it is.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Are there a bunch of different protein drinks out there besides protein shakes? Like I only think of like the protein shakes.
Oh my God. New high protein, low calorie beer targets gym goers. It's called Barbell Brew.
Yeah,
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's good.
amazing.
Well, dear listener, if you're enjoying our podcast over a bowl of Buff Bites protein cereal, we hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you very much for listening. And thank you so much, Jackie, for joining us. This was so fun.
This was so much fun. I'll do another one.
Yes, please. We'd love to have you. Our website is spitball.show. There you can find links to our YouTube channel, other social media. We'd love to hear from you. Email us feedback, comments, ideas. We are podcast@spitball.show. That's also how you can follow us in the Fediverse, such as Mastodon, where podcast is spitball.show, or on Blue Sky at spitball.show. Our subreddit is r/spitballshow. Our intro-outro music is Swingers by Bonkers Bee Club. Please, if you wouldn't mind, that one friend of yours who is too much of a gym rat and they are always screaming as they throw down the weights and you're like, ugh, I wish that they weren't so into being at the gym, you need to distract them. They need a distraction. And if you could send them our show so that they have something to listen to while they're working out, that would be really helpful. If you wouldn't mind also, leave us a review. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever it is that you're listening right now. If you could add, subscribe, whatever button's next to the name of the show, that would be helpful. New episode is coming out in 2 weeks. We will see you then.
I accidentally dropped something at Planet Fitness once, and then somebody did the look alarm.
Really?
I accidentally, it was a total accident. It was you're not supposed, it was the lat pull down, and then I thought that it was all the way up, and then I dropped it, and it slammed, and then somebody did the lung alarm.
It was you.
That's body shaming.
I was I'm never coming back here.
Yeah, right.